all right. Welcome to another episode of Soulful Sundays. And you know, Master Chef. And just to say, reminder what exactly is Soulful Sundays. First, apologize. It appears as though our screen is a little on the dark side. We have a new computer, new laptop. Yeah, we're in the same location. So there's something with the laptop's camera. May have that's another what they call it, a webcam. Yeah. So with this edition, this episode, it is what it is. And what exactly is Soul for Sunday? Speaking of what it is, it is a way for us to gather on Sunday, general time, a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a time where people tend to gather for religious purposes, spiritual purposes, ceremony, things like that. So we're doing the same thing, using that portal, of spirituality, of religion, of esoteric, of metaphysics, of, connected with the all in our own way. And what we do is we simply discuss correlation of spirituality, religion, and science in such a way that we're able to extract the essence, the similarities, the excess, the connections, and use the equation in a practical way to serve us. Right? So with that being said, we're going to throw this theme song on. Give a few people time to check in and also do a little sharing on the social. Then once the theme song has been, video has been shared, then we'll do a little breathing, the goal and recenter ourselves, begin our discussion on today's topic, which is family, the upside and the downside. All right. So enjoy the theme song. Again, feel free to move a little bit. If the rhythm moves you, feel free to do so because we're moving over here. Then once we do a little movement, we'll get some of our spirit back. And begin our discussion. Enjoy.
You won't know who I am from what you perceive. But if you listen when we speak, then you will receive a glimpse of who I am. And then you'll believe and have a life of peace because your soul is at ease. You see, our source is conceived, which means that we were here before the bird and the bee. Now if you have not guessed, I am eternity. But now if you have guessed, and you guessed correctly, that simply means we share the same destiny. We are the God and Trinity that is talked about in Christianity. Now some will say that vanity will go as far as insanity. It's because they believe in Western theology. But as for we see, we choose ancient Kemetic philosophy. Not to say
Nonetheless, something more. Let us take a few deep breaths as we settle into ourselves before our discussion. Shame mode. Yes, as we simply rings back a little bit, copper rings interference. And the idea is just to simply relax, breathing in through the nose and out the mouth for uh, a few breaths. A few rotations around as we settle ourselves into the present moment. Thanks for all there is, all there was, and all there will be. We open up to the vibration of all there is, all shall be. Let's simply relax into the nose. These, my personal the relaxing breath. Relaxing. I simply breathe. And as this portal, we also want to take a special time to our ancestors for pouring the libation, the water into the flower, the plant, the connection of the spirit world, physical world. And then we do this to the physical form. And there's those who may not walk lineage, star seeds, some of us hold the perspective covering different star systems. And so we also acknowledge our star system, the unseen being our higher selves in other forms and other dimensions, which is all us in the way I ancestors. With that, we simply give thanks and call their names. Yeah, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner, just to name a few, and everyone else who is not named but who has a beneficial role in our pushing our higher consciousness process. And for this, we give it all. Amen and amen. All right. So today's topic is discussion family. The upside and downside of family. Yeah, and this came as a result of last broadcast with the vacation, Tuscaloosa, where the boy was actually with family at that time, celebrating mom's 72nd rotation around the sun. So or, yeah, because my personal to next Jones. Yeah, family, and that sparked the question about family. Reason being because uh, growing up, like a lot of people experience what somewhat of a traumatic childhood, whether they're fully traumatic or just somewhat traumatic. There tends to be in the society that we're reared into that we implement a lot of something called dysfunction. And the dysfunction, of course, will assist with traumas. Just ain't right, dysfunctional. And so what do we do with that? What do we do with that? Uh, so personal story is really what soul is about. Just sharing our personal experience, our personal philosophy, our personal navigate the journey. And everybody shared. grow and learn from each other as we simply share our story, share our journey. And so, again, like most people, a lot of people who had these traumatic experiences growing up, didn't know there was, in fact, the fact is, did not know there were traumatic growing up. The saying goes, if you're not too aware how other people are living through growing up, or if everyone around is, experiencing pretty much the same thing, you don't really have anything to compare it to. Even though we watch the TV shows, like what was it? The Cosby Show was a good show. The Huxtables, you know, yeah, right? So they present this ideal, so-called ideal of the family. Mother, father, present, and being there for the children, both professional, successful careers, right? So even though watching that experience, you know, again, it wasn't called trauma at the time. It was just different. It was like, okay, that's cool. Right? Or, and at some point, a lot of us maybe look to aspire to that type of lifestyle. What we have was different from that. It's like, oh, that's possible. Let's do it that. Let's do it that. So staying hydrated. So yeah, and then at some point, because of that, like high school and getting ready to graduate, things, it was like, let's get away. Let's go. Let's just show them we somebody. Let's go make it in the world. So the idea when we left home at 18, joining the United States Navy, the idea was to go make something of ourselves, go be something, right? So that was the whole idea, and to show the family that we be somebody. You uh, yeah, that's the foundation of going into the world, leaving the family, going into the world, to prove to the family, right, that we are somebody. And then at some point in time, uh, to get to being honest, disassociate ourselves. And how did that come about? Well, in the scripture, a lot of references we make to this scriptural because Christianity is a part of the journey for a lot of us. Whether it was fully indoctrinated into Christianity or you know, was grounded enough to get some of the tenets, some of the cliches, some of the scriptures, things like that. In one of the scriptures, Yeshua, Jesus the Christ, speaks about family. Is the one, if you recall the story correctly, when his mother and his brother came to get him because Lazarus was going through something. Yeah, if you recall correctly, given the time that Lazarus died, and they went to get Yeshua, he was teaching during this day, right? So the disciples like, hey, yo, bro, your people outside, your people outside, your mom, your brother. It was like, oh yeah, really, who is my brother? He said, those who do the will of my father, right? So that's standing out there, he said, Yeshua said, those who do the will of his father, brothers and sisters, that's what family is, those who do the will, which really implies if you're not doing the will of God, whatever God like you, then you're not family. So actually, a person wrote that for a number of years. However, what it did not realize was in that mode of thinking, in that paradigm, there was actually separation from family, not just the biological family, mom, sisters, brothers, but also the separation from the spiritual family. Although with this philosophy, we say let's find our family, let's reunite, let's connect with those who are doing the will of God. So hence, because of that, we thought we were doing good. We left our family. The same way they say also man should leave his parents, still gave his salvation. Find a woman, they shall become one. So a man should leave his family, left his family, finds and they become, their own family, right? So in a sense, my person said, when we leave the biological family, we want to get married or connect to the spiritual family. Family, yeah. Again, didn't know it at the time, but this my person was operating from the lower vibration perspective. We'll get up to that a little more, share about this family dynamic, right? So, yeah, okay, so we deal with the spiritual family, then at some point, you know, there's a lot of what my person may call cognitive dissonance that it actually experiences. So, one of those scientific words, psychology words, big words, cognitive dissonance. And so, how one person looks at that is cognitive, like an awareness, you know, and dissonance, as opposed to harmony, is not putting together, making a connecting the dots with certain things. So they operate like they're separate. But in reality, cognitive dissonance. So what does imply this cognitive dissonance my person had with the family? Well, so we're looking at understanding my eyes. Some say the laws of my eyes. My is a ancient Egyptian or Kemetic word that is a lot of times associated with compassion, unconditional love, you know, um, and the reason why I say the laws of my because in some traditions or certain time periods, there were at one point 42 laws. It's one of the more common uh, perspectives or findings or teachings. Some say there was a lot more than 42, but nonetheless, more the 42 confessions, the 42 laws, the 42 confessions of my eye. A lot of people may be familiar with. So if you're not familiar with the 42 laws of my eye, most people are familiar with the 10 commandments. Uh, the 10 commandments could also be 10 laws of my eye. The difference is there are 10 of those as opposed to say 42. Right? The thing with my eyes, the reason why this compassion and unconditional love, right, associated with is because of the awareness of interdependence of everything. Everything is connected. Huh. Including my person keep coughing every now and again. There's a connection somehow to this thing. And brief interjection here. As these seasons change and like sleep, we don't sleep, we rest. Some say the birthdays, free. And as the seasons change, if the temperature is not right, the body can be affected. Kind of like sleeping with the window or resting with the window open. The draft coming in, the body response is responding to that element. That's part of it, and as well as we want to hit these detox. We'll talk about that later on. But just want to say that we are aware, of the sensations here through. Uh, so yeah, so back to this cognitive dissonance and my art piece. So with this interdependence of everything is connected. In other words, everything is related. Right? You know what? Then we got a flashlight on this phone. Well, we do have a flashlight on this phone, so thought about this. Let's see if we can get it. Nah, this don't be no good. Doing it be a little bit more light in this place. All right, so maybe we'll get investment with that cam. So uh, next time we have a webcam. So again, back to my eye and the interdependence of everything. This is where that cognitive dissonance set in because If everything is connected, is connected. Everything. Where again, everything is related. It's a relationship. What's the relationship? And what is nothing more than a relationship because you're related. Family is those who you're considered. What is asking the Guru God to give us more formal definition of this thing, right? So, in fact, let's do it right now. Let's just get a idea. I just type in family to see. Okay, so the first thing that comes up, family. Now, a group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. Two, all the descendants of common ancestor. Ah, so number two, all the descendants of a common ancestor. Ah, now this is when we get into the broader perspective of family. Because even in Christianity, it talks about one body. Many members is one body. Growing up, they talk about you're a believer, are you saved? You know, and so from that perspective, you know, about the Christian family, right? But then let's expand a little bit further than that. That was when they're doing the libations. There was the star seeds, right? Family, you know. All the star seeds, all the planets and everything, even religion, Yeshua, all come from source energy. Some people say God. God created everything. That's what the Christian Bible. God created everything. Yes. So God created everything. If God created everything, everything came from God. Not only that, some say that it was good and very good, right? So if everything came from God. Then again, the definition of the two is all the descendants of a common ancestor. Broader perspective, humanity is a family, right? And even the nature kingdom, plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, all the kingdoms. All the kingdoms come from God, source energy, depending upon the perspective. And if everyone comes from source energy, so we have the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the human kingdom. So with that, we're all family. But from our perspective, it had to be this cognitive dissonance to really get to, just seeing things this way. So what does that look like? How does it operate? If you're looking at everyone as family, everyone, especially with someone who has a vibration, say like Donald Trump, or say Trump supporters, like their family. Ooh, how could that be? Well, now we just branch up into again the upside and the downside of family, right? Because even without that perspective, growing up, even today, a lot of people may experience so-called downside of family. As mentioned earlier, there's this certain level of this dysfunction or certain levels of trauma that we experience with our biological family, right? And then again, person story testimony, we left families. Let's go. We're going to show the family that we somebody, you know. And so our choices that we begin to make in life is upon getting family family approval. And this may be one of the downsides, not the biggest downsides of family is not caring because it is easy, right? It is easy to say on a job, or people that you really not close with, have the attitude, the area of, well, you know, of not looking to please that person. You know, we don't. Why we gotta please you? Who are you? You don't matter. You know, these kind of also phrases go up, especially when you're in an emotional state. Uh, you know, please nobody, please yourself. So it's again, it's easier to have this stance with those who are not so-called family, right? But then again, family dynamic. There's a saying, blood is thicker than water. So blood is thicker than water. Growing up hurts quite a bit. You know, if somebody, if your brother gets in a fight, you better help him. If your sister gets in a fight, you better help her. You know, it was this thing about taking up for each other, you know, protecting each other, looking out for each other. Right. And from this context perspective, you know, so-called gang members, you know, it's family. Look out, they protect each other. You know, it's all so-called auspices of love. You know, gang members, I say love each other, but you know that whole thing, unity we spoke about, you know, God, love, you know, something back and we just living that this whole idea of unity, you know, being an aspect of whereas the devil will say make the aspect of separation. You know? So even from the perspective of gang, you know, gang violence, you know, so if you're not a member of the family, you know, you just might get, you know, might take an L. You know, we're coming for you. That sometimes these mindset that gang members have, they have the gangsters. Saw the movie. Wonderful enough in the early 20s, right? Found it out to the Godfather. Heard about it, maybe saw bits and pieces you know, growing up, but didn't call it anything. But somewhere along the line of this conscious journey to the Godfather, the movie, you know, going to the all companies. And just the family operated, you know, the family business, quarterly owned, you know. Yeah, so either born into the family or adopted to that family, the gangster family, you know, which is again a branch off. You look at it about the gang, the gangster. You know, you drop the stare off the gang, and they more living. They're not as something as the gangsters. Maybe the gangsters are a little bit more organized, behind the scenes. The gang was just right there in your face. Just came up, gang and gangsters. Nonetheless, what we still talking about, you know, those who we share a common bond with, you know, that we were related with, right? And so, family dynamic again, um, you know, sometimes we get caught up in because blood is thicker than water. You know, there's this guilt, this feeling of we're not doing what we're supposed to do if we allow another family member to suffer. You know, and suffering comes in many different forms, many different, right? But then you have, you know, say the extreme form, or you have a form. You know, this is embodying now Yeshua's teachings of saying, "Those who do the will of my Father is my family, brother and sister," right? So, for example, if one of your family members is, you know, either in a gang, you know, or so just say in the street life, right? And when most of the family is not in that street, in that street life, you're talking about, you know, you're prone to illegal things, you know, a lot of times, you know, just the whole work. And the family is looking to die, just looking to be loving, and honest, and law-abiding in a sense. But you have one family member or two, you know, that's out there, you know, gets in trouble over and over again, gets in these situations, keep going, hey, we're in jail, can you send us some bail money, you know, or whatever needs a place to stay, you know, gather fix it or you know, whatever the case may be. And if these things happen over and over and over and over again, then one is left in a position that says, do we giving up our resources, to the point where we're not, especially if you have the rest of the family, if the rest of the family is in a sense beginning to suffer because resources, whether it be time, money, whatever the case may be, is being allocated to another family member, which consistently they don't deserve it. But because of family, we got to do this thing. That's the perspective of this scenario, right? Because you're family, we got to keep doing. We got to keep putting that stuff out there. We got to when you need some place to go, we got to pray in the house. We know you probably when you leave, you'll take something with you, and you'll get from you in maybe another 3, 6 months, another year. But it's check we take because of your family, so we bring you in and you leave. We'll just check out your insurance, everything is still here to be, applying with the so again, in this scenario, there's a good chance, because the perspective that um, it's the downside of family. If you're looking at a unit for personal and spiritual growth and development, right? Or a unit of a unit of unity, right there, a unit of unity, a unit of harmony, a unity of love. Because one of the things that come to family is just love. Family love each other. That's family love. That's just one of the things that just throughout society and community. And we'll branch out there and say it transcends culture. Anywhere around the world you go, if someone says that this is family, um, implied, 99.9% of the time, it's, there's a we love each other. We look out for each other. There's a certain care. There's a certain level of support that we have for each other. So what happens if if personally or anybody, if you're engaged in a relationship, in an entanglement, and that's not the case, the question is two questions. One, is that family? And or two, how do you engage, operate with that family member? So, and this is what my person is today. As we had shared this story of family growing up to disassociate with family to now associate with family, growing back and just connecting and saying, hey, everybody wants to everybody, So now, holding the perspective of it is the human, right? All comes to simply the human family. And also with the um, growing up, we had these family reunions, right? And with the family reunions, every reunion that we had, not everyone came to the reunion. Sometimes because of scheduling, wasn't able to take the time, way to travel, financial. Sometimes it is simply because family members is doing some things that they know if they come around, it's not gonna be a pretty sight. Somebody gonna lay hands on or something. They may get talked about like a dog. So it's gonna be very, very uncomfortable because of the things that they're again back to the street life. Maybe they're in the streets, or they're just doing something that the family as a whole doesn't do. It's not in alignment with the family's goals and values as a unit. So you're outside the family. You're part of the family bloodline. You're related blood by blood. However, because of your actions, you're now outside the family. Some family even disown certain family. And so, including my aunt, including my aunt, my person living there. Yes. And so again, well, this is where we are today with this whole family piece, right? I'm saying, well, shit, everybody's family because we all relate. And the same as when we have these reunions, these get together, events for the family, not everyone's going to come, you know, because everyone is adhering to upholding is in alignment with the family values, right? So, by looking at his family, the individuals that I'm close with, speak with on a regular, as we say, these are close family members, right? And for those who we do not talk on a regular basis, then we're family, just not close family. And we're not close family, there is still love. But the love is the love from afar, you know. Is you do your thing over there, we do our thing over here, we still love you, then that's it. Speak cordial with, past calls, but that's about it. And we continue to be mindful of where we give our energy and those who are close with us. In a nutshell, that's how my person sees family these days. Again, personally, humanity is family, and within that, they're close family, they're not close. You know? And so, how to interact with those who are not close family members, period. So one of the things that stood out going back to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to our lives family, is that get back to social media. There's this, there's postings or sayings or teachings or just sharings that has been put out there that the family has an idea of what it's all about. And so going home, it was not so much about wanting to teach and share some information. Did that years ago, early on in the journey, about, eating certain types of foods and herbs, just all kind of conscious, esoteric, out there kind of shit, right? Um, and didn't realize at the time, because at the time, the standing of Christianity, as a Christian, are you saved? You believe in Jesus. Doing this whole thing of growing up as a Christian. We wanted people, to be a part of this Christian family, to be a part of Jesus, to be saved. And the same thing, once we shifted our perspective of life, and lots of people expanded a bit, just to how to connect with God, because God is on the inside. How about our life to connect with God? How to purify the body in such a way to feel the vibration of God along with it. It sounds good, but it ain't for everybody. So again, no, that was really no. I don't want to talk about the esoteric stuff. Just hanging out, just hanging out, man. And it feels really good. No judgment about nobody. Accept it. Accept it. So, but that's what my person does. It accepts humanity for what it is, because it is what it is, baby. Humanity, it is what it is. And yeah, we keep talking about the story of God and the devil. God and Satan, had this conversation about Job. And again, God created everything. This from the Bible. God created everything was good and very good. God also created the devil. So evidently the devil is doing very good. Just put the two together. So evidently it appears that God and the devil are related, right? And because of the conversation they had about Job, again, there was no fighting going on. They were just having a conversation. Oh, I'll let him. See if you can get him off the square, see if you can move him. So, so that is for the so-called evil of the world. Again, humanity so-called good, so-called bad. It's humanity. Our biological family. Sometimes our family members do some things that are like heavenly and godly and divine. Some things they can be considered devilish and hellish and satanic, right? Biological family, humanity. A microcosm and a macrocosm. The same tenets that make up the biological family, you know, the so-called struggles, the successes, the challenges, the benefits, the detriments. Again, it's in humanity as well. Again, if humanity looked at as a family, right? And just like with the biological family, some siblings, say you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, siblings. Some of them will be more closer than others. As all the siblings go through their adult lives, some will be closer than others. Some will maybe work together, partner together, build things, and stay connected. And some, you just see every Christmas time, Thanksgiving, or something like that. So same dynamics. So uh, begin to close this thing down. Just want to share my person's upgraded perspective on family and to share how it finds it very serving, uh, fulfilling, soulful, soulful, you know, uh, free, you know, and holding space for humanity's being family and judgment, you know, vibration, and allow the law of attraction to naturally uh, manifest for those who resonate with simple vibration. We're close family. It's a matter of time before we actually just doing more things on a regular basis. So just coming to Temple of Mother Earth on a regular basis. This is a good hub for some of these spiritual family, or 5D family, family of higher consciousness. Because everyone who the doors of Temple of Mother Earth is on that journey respectively, you know, uh, becoming better, spiritually and personal development, spiritual growth. So, Temple Mother Earth family, appreciate you. Appreciate that it's not a King James from open space, for the Temple Mother Earth. And even I admit again, the I.C.U, Indigenous Culture University. So I admit there's a philosophy, philosophy of those who have philosophy is close family. That philosophy is I am it. I am it. What is it? A manifestation of source energy, such a way that we embody the full potential of source energy, of God, omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. The qualities that God have, we possess those faculties, and we're the manifestation of those faculties here in the world. So we are indivisible, duality, individual, indivisible duality, human and divine, I admit, and representative of all there is, all there was, and all there will be. There you have the microcosm and the macrocosm. All right, family. Give thanks for checking in, tuning in. And let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. So just look over here on the Instagram because we're actually going live on IG as well at the same time. So, okay, Tris Majestic. Yeah, brother Tony, give thanks for checking in. Uh, Southern Trust and Meet the Parents. Oh, yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah, Southern Trust, Meet the Parents. Yes. Yeah. Man, brought back something. That was a good, it was a comedy, but it was something in there. A lot of times, found messages, off of these movies. Meet the Parents, was a good one. Then it back on up with the fathers. Yeah. So, awesome. Um, Are you saved by the blood, right? Uh, Tell me, are you saved by the blood? It's funny, growing up, the answer was yes. And the question is the answer yes now? Just in a different context. Because back then, are you saved by the blood? The belief was Yeshua died, you know, his blood was shed for your sins, right? Blood was shed by your sins because he shed blood. You are saved. You are saved. You have eternal life, everlasting life. You gotta go to heaven because you're saved by the blood. Well, they will put a pin in that and bring the period, expound on that at a later time. This is this philosophy, everything is yes and no. So we got the no part, but the yes part hasn't come up yet. But there has to be a metaphysical, metaphorical way of saying yes, we are saved. You And the sons of God had a meeting, and Satan came too. I changed. Satan is a mother God. You don't know? Yeah, Satan was a god. Isn't that something? He's just a god that does these other things, so we call him something else, a demon, a devil. But it's still a god. Same powers as a god. Yeah, right? Yeah, the sons of God had a meeting, and Satan came. They didn't want to meet, and Satan was one to lead the meeting. You know? Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, good thanks for Trismegistus. Yeah, for that was again, give thanks as we begin to close this thing here out. No comments on the feed. So yeah, all right. As we get on with the introduction, no announcements. Yeah, announcements and integration. So just as a major announcement here, we spoke earlier about the detox. Well, here's the season. What was it? Tis the season. I think tis the season was the last broadcast. Talk about the winter solstice and things like that. So also part of this the announcement is an FYI, the Collective Health Initiative, which serves as the health ministry of the nation, philosophy of the idea. So the Collective Health Initiative is hosting a 7-day winter solstice detox starting today. And pull up uh, the link to it and actually put that in the chat. So if anyone who was interested in joining us in our 7-day winter solstice detox, you will have access to it. And even if we watch the recording, the broadcast, and you would like to, we'll be doing it for 7 days, and if you feel like doing it longer, feel free to do so. Because what's happening is we just gonna be sharing information on different foods, herbs that you may want to uh, incorporate during this winter season. Things, these foods are to talk about, fortify, release, cleanse, purify, pace, the organ of the kidneys. Every season of the 4 seasons that we have here in the north and southern hemispheres, respectively. The 4 seasons have a correlation with 4 of our main organs, which is as we come out of the fall season, that has a correlation with our lungs. Letting go, woosah, releasing, exhaling. In that fourth season now, it is the organ of the kidneys. The kidneys is the emotion of fear. So, what this detox from the detox is information on suggested things to lay off of. To cut, 7 days, you're not going to do certain things. And we're going to add these things with a 7-day period. Also, some suggestions on things, colon cleanse and blood and lymphatic cleanse. Because ideally, as we look at the See, when the seasons change, energies change. But we cleanse our system, in a sense, resetting it so the energy shift. We're shifting along with the energies. Right? It's just that simple. And let's see, yeah, India. Uh, it doesn't look like it. We want to do this one more time. Let's see. Events. Don't know what happened. This and paste. That make look like something else. Ah, so there we go. Yes, the one that says I admit.me slash events dash one. Yeah, so that's the link. Click that link and it takes you to the RSVP for our 7-day winter soul retreat. You know, feel free to be love to the States. And if not this time, you know, we can see the spring. We're going to do detoxes 4 times a year. Solstices and equinoxes. Uh, there you have that. Um, yeah, today is the last day for this Gregorian calendar year for uh, traditional West African drumming and dancing. The creative Sulan, again, Native Maya is the group is that. Learn more about traditional West African drumming and dancing. Feel free to check out Sundays, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is the drum class, and at 3:45 dance class. 3:45 to 5. Right? So that seems like should be about it. We wind this thing down. Again, apologies for our screen. We're going to have either external light and or webcam next time. Be in the light instead of in the dark. With that being said, we give thanks for this moment in time, place, and space to come together as one and one, discuss the finer things of life, you know, to allow for the discussion of the information, the insights, the uploads, the clarity to settle within our being, in our spirit, you know, so that it comes back out as fruit. That leads to the story of our spirit, to philosophy, to the fruit of our desire of our life. Integration. And so for this experience, we simply say right on, amen, and Ashe. So we know. All right. We'll just take a few deep breaths as we close out this portal. The portal of higher consciousness. Breathe. Again, giving thanks for the time that we've shared together, physically, metaphysically. Thanks to you. And we give uh, the residual, the connections that continue to come as it relates to family and how to engage and maintain the ups of family relationship. Like that. Again, all forms of female ancestors, source energy, Mother, Father, God, the potent through the Orishas, the Eva, the Masters, angels are until we call upon you again in such a way. We give thanks. Lord, come in. Church, Emily, and look forward to y'all next round. The more next round, we are our own location again. We will not be physically present. We do look forward to broadcasting on something called the Christmas Eve. All right. Enjoy all of your thoughts and the best creations. Enjoy all of your creations and the best of thoughts.